Good day. Hope you're well. Welcome back and welcome to War 9, Alliance War Season 57. Today, ladies and gentlemen, today's a big one for Loki in the house, taking on some of those war goats. Shout out to those guys over there. There's a few of them. And today we've got a tough map for sure. We're bringing in Luke, Dazzler, and Thanos. I got a pre-fight runner for me, my Alliance Planner Anthem. Appreciate that fella making a run for me. He's a solid dude. And today, we're gonna Luke Cage the Serpent at the beginning of Path 9. Also another shout out to Tilapia and Forgotten. They put this video out, and I appreciate it because they put out a template that was basically identical, required some mastery changes, etc., some boosts, some pre-fights, and a specific method. So we're gonna get in here and try to get this solo. So the plan with this fight is to basically keep your exhaustions and Mr. Fantastics up, try to mitigate his power gain as much as possible. Obviously run a max inequity. I get the debilitate up, trying to work on keeping that up while I maximize my exhaustions. Try to get some reparries in. Probably should have done some lights there. Missed that reparry, of course, because, you know, I'm a scrub. Launch the first special too. So the goal is to keep these debuffs up. We're mitigating his power. And ultimately, we want to get to the end of this fight with him having 3 concussions so we can fail the death immunity. And that requires him to play ball. You see, I gotta go ahead and get those Mr. Fantastics back up with a special 2. Missed the stand-up. I expect him to throw the special. He doesn't throw the special. Waiting it out. Expect him to throw the special. Doesn't throw the special. Gotta end this combo short to make sure I refresh those Mr. Fantastics. Those things are absolutely crucial in this fight. He catches me with the unexpected heavy, but thankfully throws his special 3. While I've got the indestructible up, I started with a bar of power, so obviously I don't have an invul on. Now thankfully he doesn't gain all his power. We're dexing in the corner. We got the 2 concussions up. You know, a crit here would have ended it, but we're back down under 2. And now we're trying to just get back. We're trying to take him down. We don't fail the death immunity, of course. So I stretch it out. I throw this so I can keep my Mr. Fantastics up. After he throws this special, there was really no need to do that. I probably could have held that power. It's not really going to matter because with max inequity and all the things, we're going to survive this. We just can't botch the recovery. Take some blocks, do a dex, and he dies. Solo, baby, let's go. That was a tough one. Tough one for sure. Stressing about that fight. A lot of practice. And now we got this Luma. We've got ourselves a Thanos. Big shout to my boy Afo, who suggested this fight as we were in the planning phase. And after last war's Luma boss, I mean, how dangerous can a path Luma be? Now this one's going to start off indestructible because I get to the bar of power. And so we just got to wait it out. Kind of try to get our intro. Thankfully we can parry him here. Hit the armor shatter up, throw the special. I'm unfortunately a bar short on having my unblockable charge or my unstoppable, but we're good. Now we can just tank this, use it for the counter punch, start building furies, do some damage stuff. You know, Thanos things. You know how it is. You just kind of back off and punch. We're not even worried that much about the shocks. You know, we're only half immune, but it doesn't really matter because we're just trying to get to damage, and then we want to nuke this guy down. So I'm going to go ahead and continue my combo. Get here. Hits power focus 1, so I don't have to worry about him gaining power. And I mean, that does it. Big Daddy Thanos getting it done. Now to another fight I was a little worried about. This Medusa. Once we worked it out to where Anthem was going to run with me and I had the wags, I was not concerned about it anymore. But that was initially not really the plan. So we're going to dazzle this fight. Just want to make sure that we counter her specials. So I'm going to go ahead and use my PS1. Make sure we're unblockable when we throw our specials. And that should make this fight pretty straightforward. So really, the key here is, as we switch to our 12% Mystics, I'm not going to use power backs for any of the Dazzler fights. I don't need them. And I have another Luke fight coming up. I did also switch my masteries between the last fight and this fight, because as you can see that note down there to turn off resonate, she would have gone unblockable if I applied that weakness. So yeah, we're just going to use this PS1. We're going to be aggressive, get her over that bar of power. Thankfully, she just plays ball right away. I go ahead and throw my special because I have no risk of auto block. She throws her special immediately, which means I'm unblockable. And this is how this fight goes, ladies and gentlemen. We're literally just building back to our special 2. He throws that. We throw the unblockable special 2. And she gone. Under 30 seconds. Razzle dazzle, baby. You know how it goes. Moving on to this Jabari. Trevor's Jabari. He's got a good channel if you are interested in war, which apparently no one is anymore, because that's why we had to redo the war map. But I suppose we'll save that for another time. Fought this Jabari before. Plan's basically to throw a special 1, bait her special 2, throw my special 2. This fight will be over. We don't mind the parry at the beginning because giving her more power is good for us. We just need to be cognizant that if we were to have her shrug 3 times, she would go unblockable, but there's no risk of that here. I'm gonna push her. I could have just dashed in. Yeah, I did there. Okay, that makes sense. Dash in, get her pushed to the special, bait the special 2. And then we got a big special 2 on our end, and literally just for some AI, it was less than 40 seconds here. Could have been shorter, but easy squeezy. Now we've got this wolf here. This is why we left those science power backs on. We're gonna go ahead and get our Luke healed up. You know, usually I call it the heal of shame, but there's no real shame in that Serpent fight. Nice to get that solo. And now we're just gonna switch to our science power back, or science special boost. And we're gonna take this wolf. So the threat here is that you're gonna get rooted. Wolf has all the multi-hits. You have a bubble shield, so eventually he would break your block, and he's got some unstoppable, unblockable mixed in too. Luke is not gonna care about that much, because our goal is to push this guy back, put a bunch of exhaustions up, throw a fat special 2, and put a concussion on him. And from there, this fight's in control. Now you see, unfortunately, we didn't quite have enough exhaustions to put 2 concussions up, so there's still some risk. But we hit a cheeky little intercept, and we're just gonna keep working our way up to that next special 2. He's got power focus 2 here, so I don't have to worry much about him getting crazy with power. Plus I've still got my indestructible. We throw a fat special 2. He's got all the concussions up now. And now this fight is just, it's time to close it out. Nice little second intercept. I want to combo into this so I can keep whacking him. Bait that special. And that's it. We're going to get to this special 2, and we're going to end this fight. Done. Done and done. All right. Now we've got this shocker here. The officers provided me a video from our boy Liam. A lot of love for that man. He's going to be missed. Hopefully we see him back very soon. But we've got this big shocker on 46, the inexorable and the power focus and all that stuff, power gain, unblockable special 2. And the plan here is basically just to put an invul on this guy and beat him down. We want to be able to tank special 3s if we need to, you know, get into my Thanos damage cycle, make sure I'm throwing my specials when he doesn't have enough auto block charges. There should be no risk of that, especially baiting special 3s, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, we want to get the big boost on. I've never beaten 4 Loki, and it was close at this point, so I wanted to go out and do my best for sure. So far, we're still in a deathless season. Will it end that way? I guess we'll find out. All right, 740K. We're boosted. We throw the invul on. We know what the plan is. Let's get after it. And off the bat, the plan is basically out the window. I go for the parry. I get whacked in the face. So frustrating. So frustrating. But it's not the end of the world. I know that Thanos has damage for days. And so if I can just get into my cycles, get him to be relatively friendly, then we'll be all right. See, he won't throw this special, so I go ahead and pause. Got to keep my effects paused. Thankfully, only the first hit's unblockable. So we got some room to kind of dance on the wall here. Hit him a bit. I go for the punish, and of course, he's gaining more power now because his combat power rate goes up. And so I'm eating a special 3. Not gonna be too bad. Thanos is tanky. I have a lot of health, but you know, we get whacked. Thankfully, we learned earlier in the season that he's gonna just open up throwing that heavy. And you know, 1 special 2, get a little counter, good to go. That's why we boost big, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we boost big. And shockingly, you know, I told Trevor about this fight, but I don't know if they're doing it in 4 Loki. He left me my Dazzler. He put a Photon on 48. So you know what that means. That means it's time to razzle dazzle, baby. Let's go. We're going to take this Photon. Haven't died yet this season. I don't think I've died to this fight yet. Taken it quite a few times. Still got the invul up. We got all the proper boosts on. The last one was cleanest of the season. Can this one be cleaner? No, probably not. The last one was pretty dang good. Start off the same way. Bait the heavy. Light counter. Bait the special. And you can already tell, you know, how smooth the fight's going to go with how the AI goes. So we're already taking some ticks because she wouldn't throw her special. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We want to just bait specials, keep doing the thing, throw our specials, manage Bane. We don't have to worry about any pure light shenanigans. And we just want to dance. You know, blocked hit here and there. It's pretty crazy how much block damage Photon does at that rank 4 Sig 200. I mean, you just block a couple hits and she will just chunk you down. Continue with the unblockable relic. We like some heavies. We keep doing the things. I mean, you've seen the cycle by now. I must have posted this fight no less than 6 times by now, so you get how it goes. We'll just vibe to these sweet tunes. We are working our way up to our last special 2. You know, it's a long fight. You don't need to keep talking over it. It's the same deal. All right, bait specials. Manage Bane. Have a good time. Do some dancing. Do some vibing. Even here, I don't really want to mess with the special 2. I can dex the special 2. I'm inconsistent on that last beam, so I don't even want to mess with it. Pretty amazing. I still have to throw that special to end that fight, but it's done. But unfortunately, so were we. Big shout out to our MVPs, Intercept and Pokecraft. We lose to 4 Loki again. It's really almost a curse at this point in time. They play really well against us, but Hey, what can you do? Shout out to those guys. Wish you the best. And until next time, peace.